guard. Fundamentals is this. I've got to get my hips underneath his hips so that his weight's over my hips. I want to make sure my hips are never pinned to the ground because there's an ankle point. If my hips do get pinned to the ground, I always offside so his frame changes. So if he pins my hips to the ground and I can't move my hips up or down, I slide to the side. Like I just change the whole game plan. So the thing that I see people have issues with is he pins my hips down and they start doing this. The downfall of that is my frame structure versus his frame structure. He'll always win. But if I go, I'm not a good way, if I turn and I start to pull, I have a lot more dynamic force behind me. So this is the first things first is, if my partner, I'm going to let my partner choose which way he wants to pass the guard, left side or right side. So I go over his arm. One. What am I doing to his frame? If I go underneath the arm, his frame structure stays solid. Secondly, if he's going to my collar to choke me, I come over. So I'm always coming over. And it's not going to be this easy, but I know when I do break him down, I'm in the choke position and his hand's underneath. So he has to defend my choke. I don't have to defend his guard pass. The hand he's going to defend it with is the wrong one because it's on the offside. So to start with guys from here is really easy. We're just going to start, they're going to grab to start the initial guard pass, one hand high, one hand low, whatever side he wants to. Okay, so I dip my hip over the top from here, bend my elbow and start to try and break him down. If I do break him down, my hand goes straight to the collar. As he pulls the hand, he's actually pulling himself into the choke because I want my arm to come low, so he's pulling my arm into the choke. Very simple system for a cross collar choke. Spin around. So from here, inside the guard, I'm going to let my partner get his grips. He can go left side or right side. It doesn't make any difference. I'm coming over the top. Right. So I come over and my elbow comes in to help break him down. I can go 4 fingers on top. I don't have to go 4 fingers on the inside. Come through. And the choke's pretty legit no matter which way I go. The little add-on is from here, right, is if he's pushing this leg, if I turn my hips this way, he's going to get the opening of my leg. Okay. Which is bad for me. So what I'm going to do instead is, if he gets his position from here, one high and one low, I kick my top leg long. So now his hand's backwards, he doesn't have the power to push it down now. So instead of here where he's strong in front of the shoulder, I kick my leg long, come over, break him down, choke, victory dance. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Do you realize how hard you made that to listen to you with this?
Inside my guard again. And I'm going to exaggerate the motions. Is, like I've mentioned to you, if Peter gets my hips to the ground, he's kind of winning the fight. There's an exception, I'm going to cover that in a second. Okay. So my job is this, I want to get a control, and I will prefer that it's not a cross grip immediately, I prefer a single hand grip. I find the cross grip makes my hips weak, so I'm going to get a single hand grip on the same side. I put an ankle point so my head goes onto the ground. What I do from this, I want to drive my feet down behind his bottom, at the same time drive my hips high. So I try to get my hips up over his hips. Most people realise that this is a danger because they're going to start to go to the choke. So they're going to start to push my hips down. Now, watch this. As I drop my hips, I do an abdominal crunch to pull them forwards. So this system, if you roll it inside my full guard, this is how I break people down constantly, but I'm exaggerating the hip motion. So I'm on this side here. What I do is I need a platform for it to drive off, so I'm driving off my shoulders. I drive my hips in. So what I'm doing is I'm driving my hips into my partner, so my knees are behind. So if he tries to open my legs now, he has to go backwards, which means that his shoulders are forwards, which breaks him down. I don't want his shoulders in front of me. Second thing is, and this is a timing, this is going to take a little while just to get the hang of. Okay, so 1, 2, head to the ground, drop my feet down behind his bottom, raise my hips, and I grab high straight away. But I'm trying to turn my hand this way. As I break him down, I pull down, my hand goes over the top, and I hold my sleeve. So I'm coming over, I've got a flat wrist at the moment. I normally have the bone, but I've got a flat wrist. The part on this choke here is I'm only on one side of his neck. I want to be on the front of his neck. So how do I change that? Is I do a little bit of a kick to create space and I realign. So I want to see people try and turn, you're kind of twisting the neck, you know, where you're not really getting the choke. If I kick backwards, it gives me that space to be able to turn it to complete the choke from here. So that little kick, but I'm kicking down, I'm not kicking up. So grip, head to the ground, drive my hips in nice and tight, get my grip, break it down, boom, come over the top. Okay, kick, switch, and the choke should be pretty much on straight away. If you do this system fast, they're going to generally try to break the posture and get their hands down. So as you're doing the choke, their hand's going to be trying to get posture, which gives you a slight advantage as far as the timing goes. If they realise what's going on, they're going hands in. We're going to cover that in a second about what to do if they go hands in to try and defend Ezekiel. Okay guys, option 2 of the failed Ezekiel is to try and get the Ezekiel choke and start with the head turn, or you're on their jaw, or you feel that they're already backing up, they're already kind of backing up. So, no. Okay, so number 1, same side grip, very important. Number 2, head goes down, hip thrust, drive my hips in, nice and tight, and really tight, flare it. Comes under, breaks my partner down, I'm like, man, I know I've got it, so I'm going to grip this. So this. As my partner tries to clear, go to a cross collar choke or loop choke. That versus that, you can kind of play with that game because you're in the same zone anyway. So this is the reason why I go this hand first here, that it's very hard for me to sit up. So head goes down onto the ground, legs go down, drive my hips nice and high into my partner. As they go to push down, drop my hips, pull forward, hand goes in. And I'm trying to get, they're already trying to fit it, so I'm just grab the chunk of the geese. Now this is fun. I'm kicking my partner to my right, to their left to get the lasso. I kick my partner so I'm offside, and that last choke to come up pretty head. Once I'm here, I re-pull so that her weight's on my arm, so she tries to defend the choke, it's the wrong way. No, don't need to on this one. I want to keep it because she just gets that elbow high. If I keep it far enough, she can push that elbow if she wants to. But this is a choke hand, that's a control hand. Okay, that's not too tight. So head goes down, my feet go down, I drive my hips in, and I keep contact. So I'm kind of not pulling a full, but I'm keeping a contact from here. Right, my hand goes in, break it down, and I come hunting. So if I find I'm having trouble getting this, I just grab a chunk of the collar. Now, watch this. When I start on right, it's here. I pull. So this hand is the one that she needs to get rid of to clear the choke. It's so deep my neck. And if I find that she's starting to get near it, I know her hand's on my hands, so she's not going to defend the choke. I go like this. Because she can't pass my gun because she's so intense on defending the choke. I've got that ability to slide my hips offside. Yeah. Would you like to see that? You're okay. Is everyone okay with that? Who wants to see it one more time? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.